Hi there, welcome to another edition of the LLM Diaries. Once again, Gloucester is off and they are using a new tactic. This is quickly turning into my version of flavor of the month. They're using the 532. So Gloucester, well, they had a pretty decent start to the season. We've been using a few tactics: the pincer, the 4-1-4-1, the asymmetric 4-4-2, and also the 4-3-3. But in November, we had a really bad run where we almost spent an entire month searching for our first win. So in my flavor of the month challenge, essentially you take a tactic and you use it for a month. November, well, I had one win in November, and we didn't do too well the whole month. We had one win, and we lost three times. So I think in this particular case, we still passed the challenge, since the challenge is you can't lose more than 50% of your matches. And we didn't. We only lost three matches. However, the result wasn't that fantastic. But still, good results against Bradford City. We drew that one. Tremendously disappointed with the Sultan 2-1 defeat. We should have won this match. We were playing well away from home, but unfortunately, we didn't do well enough. So we lost that match after having a player sent off. And then, for the first time this season, we strung together four wins on the trot. Still with the 4-1-4-1 here against Leyton Orient. This was a massive win. I FM'd the game. Look at that. We only have four shots on target. We still won the match. This is brilliant. It's counter-attacking at its best. Then Charlton, again here against Rockdale. This was a really good match. I covered that on the last show. And we followed that up with a win against Charlton, 2-1 away from home. Again, FM the game. We did well enough to hit them on the break most of the time. This time I was using the asymmetric 4-4-2, which I covered on the last show. So we had two games that I used the asymmetric 4-4-2 for Rockdale and Charlton. And then against Wigan, I decided, I was getting a bit itchy. I wanted to change tactics again. So we used the 5-3-2. I call this the 5-3-2 shadow. Unfortunately for us, we lost Anton Rogers. Our captain is out basically for the rest of the season, 7 to 8 months, which is really disappointing because he is the linchpin of our side. He does a lot of good work, and his ratings this season have been fantastic. 7.29 out of 17 matches. He's been a good player. Well, looks like I'll have to turn to another player to fill his shoes for the time being, and he will be none other than Dick Steele. So we're going to use Dick Steele for the matches. Not too sure whether he's going to play that role pretty well. We also lost Macaulay Bond, his short-term injury, so it's going to be a bit disappointing. Our next match is going to be against Stevenage. This is the shadow system that I'm using. I know some people may not think of this as a 5-3-2, but honestly, it's got 5 players defending, 3 players supporting midfield, and 2 players attacking. So to me, it's a 5-3-2. And instructions are pretty simple. I'm actually using a ball-playing defender on stopper duty, which is, for me, pretty important in this position because I want him to step out the defensive line to cover this zone because I've got a wing-back on attack bombing forward. And I've got a box-to-box midfielder and an AP on support, which was Rogers' position. Now he's injured, so most likely I'll have to move Joe Hanks here and get him to play that position. And I'll have to ask Dick Steele to step in. So Dick Steele will come in and be the box-to-box midfielder. At the back, got Kennedy, Hewitt, Morrison. Finch has been absolutely outstanding as a central defender, and he's actually keeping Damon out of this position. So Finch has been having a few stellar performances, and we'll keep Finch around because it's nice to have a player who can actually see the pass and make the pass. In the wing-back's position, the basic wing-back play less risky passes, close down. They don't do close down much more. It's just the basic instructions that they have. Up front, I've got an AP and support. I've got a box-to-box midfielder, and I'm using a shadow striker. Now, the shadow striker is very basic. There's nothing different about my shadow striker. I'm using the same default instructions. Unfortunately for us, Macaulay is injured. Anton Rogers are the 2 top players in my side. Number 1 picks are both injured. So this means Joe Hardy, well, he's an able lieutenant. He's going to come in here. And on the bench, we'll have to bring in some pretty decent central midfielders. So I'm going to bring Porter in. Doe is going to sit out because he really, honestly, is not a very, very good central defender. So we've got these players that we're going to start the match with. Aspinall, Sessignon, Flanagan. These are 2 very strong fullbacks. So I've got Jake Flanagan and Morrison. I'm giving Morrison a few matches because he hasn't been playing this whole season. So I thought, well, he's 19 years old. Give him a couple of games, let him develop. Hewitt, he's under the weather a bit. He's 86%, but I'll still have to play him. Alternatively, if he doesn't play, if I need to change, I'll bring on Damon and push Finch into that position because Finch is extremely versatile. Harry Hickford is one of my better defenders. Really, this guy is awesome. This season, he has been stellar. 7.50 for a central defender. Now, that is an amazing number to see. And he is intercepting everything that is thrown at us in defense. Danny Kane will play as the ball playing defender on stopper. I'm using him because he has decent passing and decent decisions. If I could, I'll find a really good libero to play in that position, but I've got a few players now training as liberos. So these are the players that are going to hit to the pitch for the match against Stevenage. Well, Stevenage are going to be coming out in a 4-4-2. Generally, well, they've been okay, and I probably will have to look out for my... The side I'm going to be bombing up is probably the... So, Stevenage are going to be playing a 4-4-2. It's pretty balanced in the way it creates its goals. Their most vulnerable side will definitely be their left flank, where I hope my AP can exert himself and my shadow striker. So I'm looking out for this central area where they're fairly weak. Stevenage as well, in terms of where they rank in the odds this season. Well, Stevenage are now fighting for relegation. Now remember, we have a really bad record against relegation threatened teams, and we've only just improved that in the last month. Prior to that, I couldn't beat a single relegation threatened team, and in the last month we managed to beat two of them. I'm gonna submit the team. My only concern is up front because Reyes Alassane is not my typical centre forward, so he's not very good. Now, Macaulay Bonne has been the centre forward and he's been playing pretty well. Kane back to Hanks, to Dick Steele. Dick Steele out to Alassane. Back to Dick Steele, to Hanks. Hanks to Hardy. Hardy drifts back, gets it to Dick Steele. It's into space, but yeah, there's enough pressure. Was not a very good pass though. Hickford with a great challenge. Hewitt wins the second ball, and this should be ours. Kennedy steps in, Hanks once more to Dick Steele. I'm looking at the transition from midfield to attack to see where we need to work on. So this is the whole midfield to attack transition. Now it's going to attack when the wing back surged forward. So now we still have Hewitt. We're still working on the transitions. And again, they move into attacking positions. Now they stopped again. So they're waiting for somebody here to launch an attack. So I'm going to go to Hewitt now and tell him to take more risky passes. Because I notice every time they step in, every time Hewitt gets the ball, they're ready to search. So we're going to give Hewitt attacking passes. Alassane in the box, what a chance for a shot on goal. So one change I just made. After I noticed the transitions, they would step up whenever Hewitt got the ball. So we're going to see if giving Hewitt any direct passes will help. Dick Steele with the ball, plays it back to Hewitt. Hewitt again to Hardy. Hardy shoots. Oh, the keeper's forced into a save. Okay. Ordinarily, Hewitt plays really simple football. So I'm taking a wee bit of a risk. Morrison, come on. You got to get there first, youngster. But he commits a foul. I'm a bit concerned with Morrison's performance. So we'll have to keep an eye on the youngster. It's really his first full proper start in a league match. He's been playing in cup matches so far. Well, I want to develop him, so he needs to play at least 15 games this season. Otherwise, there's no point keeping youngsters around. Warren Morrison crosses the ball. Youngster does. He's okay. Joe Hardy plays it back to Kennedy. Kennedy again to Hewitt, to Dick Steele, to Hewitt. Hewitt to Hanks. Hanks, what a pass to Dick Steele. Dick Steele to Alassane. It's a brilliant goal. That is a brilliant goal. We carved them open. It was nice to watch. I love it. It's like Thanksgiving and a turkey that we're cutting open. I love that passing movement that was made. Hewitt to Hanks. And then you look at Dick Steele, looks up, and Alassane is free. Alassane says, give me the ball, thank you very much, and I'm scoring. The shadow striker drew a few players to him, and it was just enough for Dick Steele. Well, Dick Steele finally, could it be the match where he shines? We'll have to wait to find out. Yeardley because today we don't have Bone and Dick Steele playing together. So ordinarily it would be good if Bone and Dick Steele were playing this together. Then I'm pretty certain we'll win the match. Dick Steele to Hardy. Oh no, maybe his name should be Handy. Then it's Handy and Dick Steele in midfield. Oh, it's a cross. Insall. How do the defenders handle this? They handle it very well. Hangs to Dick Steele. Dick Steele surges forward, gets it to Alassani, who cannot hold up the ball. Hewitt to Hanks to Hardy. They're not moving into an attacking transition just yet. Now they do. Morrison, can you cross the ball? Okay, we're gonna give Morrison the first half, and then I'm taking him off. Yeah, he's not beating players. He doesn't have acceleration, and he can't put in the cross. So it's either Steven Sessegnon or Jake Flanagan. One of these two will come in because they're the first choice combination. Alassani, oh, he plays it out to Morrison. Morrison really has to put in a cross now. The youngster's under a lot of pressure from me. Okay, he probably heard that. Ah, Kane, the ball playing defender, stepping out. And oh my lord, what has Morrison done? Morrison has given the ball away. Marshall, okay, we have to think about taking Morrison off maybe even before halftime. He could cost us the match. Kane does well. Hickford gets up there, works hard. Hardy, Marshall, we find ourselves under pressure, essentially from Morrison's mistake, and we almost concede a goal. Morrison's ratings have dropped to 6.4. So before he commits all of us, he gets all of us into trouble, we'll take him off even before halftime. Alassani, there we go. Come on, come on, Hewitt. There, he wins the ball back. Hardy to Alassani. Alassani to Dick Steele. Dick Steele makes it 2. Oh, Fernie Dick Steele has now scored a goal for us. Okay, when Bone is not around, Dick Steele shows up. Oh, nice. Dick Steele scores a goal, and we're taking a 2-goal lead on Stevenage. Players that I have to take off very soon will be Joe Hanks, because we are facing MK Dons next. Okay, we're gonna now drop it to control and fluid and still play the same way. Hewitt out to Kennedy to Finch to Kennedy. Oh, that's bad. And Hickford reads that well enough. Plays it back to Finch to Hewitt. It's only a 2-goal lead, and we want to win and keep the pressure on the league leaders. And this will be a defender's ball. Somebody's ball. Somebody please get the ball. Potter back to Kennedy. Kennedy out to Kane. And Max Potter and Jake Flanagan get on the pitch. Drop the intensity down to standard, and we're gonna take a retain possession. We're not gonna work ball into box. We're gonna go balanced as well. We're gonna try and wind down the clock. Corner, Alassani to take it. Flanagan, Finch. It's goal kick to Stevenage, but that should be enough. The boys have done enough. It's a very business-like performance from Gloucester City. Yes, the final whistle has gone. Gloucester City, comfortable 2-0 winners over Stevenage. Nothing very much to say about the tactic. I guess match stats show that we cleared 2 clear-cut chances. We dominated the match. In terms of the possession, the heat map for Gloucester was pretty good. This whole area. Stevenage played pretty well too, but they were largely left to the flanks. In terms of the average positions, if I wanted to look at the starting 11 with the ball, you can see how messed up Stevenage looked. I still don't know what system they were playing. This is Gloucester. Gloucester goalkeeper is here, so we got 3 here, and we basically have a 3-2 here. The wing backs are quite far up, and we got 3 defenders here forming what I like to see, the midfield triangle. So we got pretty good support on the right side, and we got decent support on the left side. So I may need to work on this. Maybe get him to sit narrower. So if he sits narrow, we probably have a really good system going. But unfortunately, I don't really think I need that because we're getting good width at the moment. Holy cow, 5 wins on the trot. And now we have a huge tabletop clash with MK Dons, and we're still only second on the table because MK Dons won their match and they've gone top of the table. So it's a massive clash between the Dons and Gloucester City. Well, our next match is going to be against Stevenage. Stevenage really have some weakness down their right flank, but look at their attacking patterns. They're just unstoppable on the flanks and through the middle. So this is going to be a big, huge match for us, and I'm not interested in talking to the press. So we're going to get ready for this match right now. Pretty big match now. They're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 against us. So Morrison is going to give it to Flanagan. Anthony Dick still 81%. He still has to play. The, most of the players, they're not 100%, but this is a big match for us, and we definitely need the guns to show up. Both teams come into the match good form. Send the assistant. I'm not interested. I just want to get to the game. All right, so we're gonna watch it on comprehensive. Ah, stop. In the name, let's go. We might have to make changes on the fly for this one. I'm going to be looking at this left flank attacking fullback. So this guy, I'm going to keep an eye out on him, and I'm going to keep an eye out on the right flank as well. When we got this player here, acceleration is 14. Dick Steele to Hanks. So we're going to look out for 15 as well. Hardy with the ball, plays it back to Finch. We are definitely going to drop it down to standard and structured now. I don't want to take so much of a risk. Lasani out wide to Flanagan. Flanagan should be able to cross balls, but he gives it straight to the keeper. I'm going to be looking at my roles, and if I need to, I'll have to adjust the central, the roles in the center to accommodate what's going on in the match. Gilead, oh no, Agat, what a charge into the box. Two of the central defenders went for him. So we're going to make one slight change right now. I'm going to ask Hewitt. I'm going to remove the close down more shot on him. Potter with the corner. Dick Steele clears the danger. Potter has it again. Goes wide. This is a huge match for us. MK Dons. The last time we played them, we had a narrow 1-0 win, and I used Pincer in that system. So this is actually me using a system that my head says, why are you doing this? But we'll have to give it a shot. Alasani. Back to Kane. To Hanks. To Flanagan. Support is good at the moment. Flanagan, he loses the ball to Dobre. They work the ball back to Potter. Under pressure, immediately he has to play the ball down the lines. Our guard is off. Kane is a bit slow. And a phenomenal challenge from Hewitt to prevent danger in the box, because the defenders were more interested in covering the passing lanes, and they were not going to come out and commit themselves to the tackle. Flanagan commits a foul at the edge of the box. I can't really see much at the moment, so we're not gonna make too many changes, because one of the things I try to avoid doing is making a lot of reflex changes unless there's something major with the transition that I can, I can change. Dick Steele, okay, with that I just saw Kennedy make the charge into the box. That was good. So positioning for the players is pretty okay at the moment. Corner to be taken by Joe Hanks. Okay, this is Walsh. You can't really fix a defensive transition as well off a corner, so you have to be looking out to see that the right players at the edge of the box. That was Hewitt closing down very much. Hanks. Hanks is out of position. Garcia to Dobre. Dobre plays it out. So far, so good. We may not be creating any chances, but once again, MK Dons are a really good side. So I don't want to lose this match. I want to be in touch with MK Dons. Finch with the free kick. Flanagan takes the header. It's good, and it's a good opportunity. Here we go. The boys are doing a very good job of shutting them down. Kasumo has Carruthers in close, and Joe Hanks. Oh, he gets past Joe Hanks. This is a Garcia. Well, I'm going to change Joe Hanks's role right now, because he's not really working out as an AP. So we're going to get him to be a box-to-box midfielder. We're going to have two box-to-box midfielders, and they will be able to support the players now. Both of them are going to be on a roll as well, so they're closing down more, and they both can be playing more direct passes, or at least Joe Hanks will. Free kick, Dobre to Agrat. blocked by the player. If I would really wanted to be specific about it, I would have actually started watching Joe Hanks on full match highlights. In some games, oh no, it was close off the line. Kato, what a save! In some matches that I play, I do actually watch it on full, especially epic matches that are my personal saves. They could be a Champions League final, or where I want to make sure that I win. Then I watch the whole match on full and I tweak accordingly. Dobre. Now I'm looking at Joe Hanks and I'm looking at the other screen to see that they are coming back because we are more in defensive mode than anything else. Joe Hanks goes up. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. That's Joe Hanks now in a. He's not really playing as an attacking playmaker anymore or a playmaker. He's not playing as a box-to-box midfielder. Oh, good clearance from the boys. Karatas Kasumo now tries again. He manages to get the cross in. Agrat to Dobre. Dobre tries to shoot, but the defenders do a fantastic job. Dick Steele is off. His trusty sidekick Bone is not playing today. Garcia again. Potter. Dobre. Okay, whatever that name was. And close. Two defenders keeping Gilead company. So far, we've been defending this whole match. Kato. Okay, now we have to release the pressure somehow. Kato, Hardy does well. Can he win the? No, he can't get to the ball. He's just too slow. Kennedy, Carruthers, Garcia has players on him. And Agat defenders Finch, another central defender, closing him down. It's not in MK Dons are not having an easy day. So far so good. No clear cut chances. Dick Steele, two hangs again. Come on guys, do your counter attack. What a ball to Alassani. But he's offside. Dick Steele is playing well, but he's already on 63%. The boys are playing very well. Hardy, back to Kennedy. To Finch. Okay, we're gonna take a chance. Pass into space, no work ball into box, and we're gonna go balance now. Finch to Hewitt. We changed one row because I don't think I was too happy with having a playmaker there. So we've got two box-to-box midfielders. But the downside of two box-to-box, you gotta keep an eye out and see where they are. Dick Steele is here, Hewitt is here, Joe Hanks is there. So far it looks okay. Joe Hanks closes down. Gilead, Garcia now. Back to Gilead. Hewitt, he tries to win the tackle, but he does not. But we do give up a corner. Reyes Alassani is picked up in injury. We just have to stick him off. We'll bring on Miko Vertanen. Kato. Miko head to head. Kane steps up the ball, playing defender on stopper duty. And Flanagan almost released Miko. Garcia has Hanks nearby. Aguier charges in. We're looking at the players so far. Not bad. The boys are doing a pretty decent job. Eddie Kube to Aguier. Aguier out to Eddie Kube. And the boys clear the danger. It's back to Aguier. Eddie Kube. It's a header. And it's wide. MK Don 0, Gloucester 0. Top of the table clash. Okay, I'm going to have to take off Mr. Steele very soon. Dick Steele. Dick Steele is not 100% for this match. Carruthers. Oh, that's beautifully done. Vertanen. He can't do anything with that. Adekube to Aguier. Back to Garcia. To Chambers. To Carruthers. Oh, he's going to line up a shot from here. Shoots Kato. Alright. Looking at one change now. We're going to make the first substitution. And I'm going to take him off and put Flanagan in his position. Okay. So then Dick Steele will give way to Steven Sessegnon. Vertanen. Gilead to Garcia. Carruthers. Oh no, Carruthers from range shoots his block. Kennedy picks it up. Kato with the ball. Back to Kennedy. So far we have only had one. We've only had one shot on goal, but I'm fine with that. This is supposed to be a defensive exercise for us. Sessegnon to Flanagan. Back to Miko Vatanen to Hanks. Hanks to Hardy. Hardy shoots. It's a soft attempt to Martin. Kasumo. Hardy clears the danger. Carruthers. Kasumo. Hewitt. Okay, Miko has a chance now. It's finally. Miko was on his own. That's no surprise to me. The young boy, feeling all energetic. Hardy. But I wonder why he's energetic. Dick Steele is on the bench. Sessegnon. Into space for Flanny. Flanny shoots. Oh no. That was close. Finally, we're seeing some attacking thrust from the team. Flanagan with the corner. Plays it short to Joe Hanks. Joe, we win another corner. That's alright, boys. Keep the ball in their half. Okay, now I'm looking at my ratings. Joe Hardy is at 6.5. Okay, he is not playing well. Alright, his finishing is 11. Okay, he's probably not seeing much of the ball. I'm very tempted to bring on Potter. They've gone attacking now. Their flank, their right, their left flank is exposed. Hewitt, free kick, Wirtanen. So we're gonna make one more change to a role. He's on attack duty, but now we're gonna ask him to be an uh, advanced playmaker on attack. So now I noticed that their left flank is a bit more exposed. So what we're gonna do is gonna swap things around. We're gonna put Wirtanen here. We're gonna put Hardy here. Hardy will attack the space. We're gonna have an attacking winger here. I'm also gonna tell Kennedy now to be on attack. Okay. And we're gonna tell Sessegnon to be on support because I don't want this spot to be overexposed. We got we've got Kane here to cover for them, but now I'm hoping to see Kennedy bomb down the flanks and Vitanen to come into space because this flank is their left flank. Sorry, their left flank. So I've got one player on attack on that flank. Aguirre into space. Vitanen is off. Come on with Miko. Miko. Yes! We've done it. 18 minutes of patience. And we have broken through. What a ball from defense. My hands are up. What a ball from my ball playing defender. What a pass from Kane. This is all I wanted from my team. Miko Virtanen, and we have scored a critical goal against the MK Dons. It's back now to change the system slightly. Okay, we have made a tweak. We now go back to support. Okay, and now I can ask both of you to be on support. Both of you to be on support. You don't need to do anything flash anymore. We'll have you on support. You don't have to be on flash. We don't have to be flashy. And we're just gonna play a simple game where we frustrate the Dons. Because the Dons are now gonna go complete locomoto. 4-4. Chambers to Clayton, and the defenders get the ball away. Wittenan fouled by Jack Finch. Jack Finch, what have you done? Come on, Jackie boy. That's not the place to give up a foul. Clayton. Alright, now we want to do another instruction. We're gonna work. No, we're not gonna work ball into box. We're gonna retain possession, boys. This is a chess game. Hickford, it's time to FM. Finch to Hanks. Hanks to Kennedy. Thank you, boys. No more through passes. Keep the ball. That's all we wanted you to do. Hanks. Yes, Hanks. Give it to Finch. Finch into space for Miko. My word. Are we playing well or what? Hanks to Flanagan. Flanny to Hewitt. Kennedy out wide. Kennedy looks and tries to cross the ball, but here goes Finch reading that. Hewitt now we're back with the ball. There's not much time left. 30 seconds. They have a throw. Don't FM me, FM. Clayton. No. It's a Kato. Thank you very much. We have 40 seconds. Okay. This is what you do to waste time. Max Potter on for the Mr. Joe Hanks. Thank you. I don't even think the substitution is going to get in, but just in case. Long kick out. Miko. Hanks wins the ball. Has had a very good game, Joe Hanks. Hardy, finally having a good game. Flanagan plays it back to Hewitt. Hewitt will play it out to Flanagan. Flanagan says, "Thank you very much for the 3 points, ladies and gentlemen. We've done the double over the Dons." And yes, this was a match. Well, I'm planning to do more of this kind of series where I'm actually changing roles in the game and tweaking things to change the flow of the game. So for all my patrons, what you just witnessed is the start of actually going to be the percussor of a new series that we're going to do for all patrons. And I'm going to take a tactic, and what I'll do in that tactic is going to change roles and duties to affect the outcome of a match, so that it helps you understand how you can apply roles and duties in a game to change things around, which is what we did in our game. And we actually played very well defensively, and we hit them back on the counter, and we created 2 clear-cut chances out of the 5 chances that we had. I mean, our conversion rate is fantastic. 60% of all our shots were on target, as compared to the Dons, who had a 50% conversion rate. Even if you take those numbers away, we played pretty well. I was very happy with our performance. And we finally opened up a 3-point lead. We are the only boys on top of the table. And it's a fantastic way to start the new year. Gloucester have finally reached the summit of League One. Can we keep it? Well, you'll have to see in the next couple of shows. And I want to thank one of the superstars for suggesting that we do a series where I am changing roles and duties on the fly in a game to change the match. And this is one example of what I do in my own personal saves. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in for this show. Once again, if you have any questions, you can always look me up on Twitter at BusterNet or addictedtofm.com, my website. If you want to be part of my growing Patron community, please visit www.patron.com/BusterNet. Make a donation and you will automatically join our Discord channel as well as our Patron community, and this will give you access to exclusive videos plus the book that I've written on the game, and I hope that you find it useful and handy. So you guys take care, have a good one. I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Bye bye.